Hello and how you doing, and welcome back to Two Jagoffs. I am your host, Austin Cairns, right here in Point Park's Media Hub. And ladies and gentlemen, here on the podcast today, we are bringing on, I guess you can kind of say, a returning guest. I have made the statement that I will be bringing on a lot of different guests that we've already interviewed last year, which this week, actually, we hit our 1-year anniversary of interviewing Bill Hillgrove, which is just insane. I mean, Bill was one of my favorite guests, and we're getting to the point now where we're going to hit the 1-year mark. So, obviously, to return the favor, we're going to bring on a lot of guests we previously interviewed. The first in which was Katie Arquette and Derek Dillinger. And the second, well, I couldn't think of a bigger downgrade to have from going from Katie Arquette and Derek Dillinger to this guy.
Whoa. Don't even try and call me a downgrade. I know you're happy to get more content out of me. Don't even start. You can continue.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Karl.
Hi! It's me.
It's you. Technically, I interviewed you when you were Kevin Homa last year. Does that guy ring a bell?
Yeah, I think so.
You think? Kevin was on the podcast. You were actually, I think, the fourth guest I interviewed at the time, which was...
Fourth, yeah.
It was Caden Warner, Bill Hillgrove, Rob King, Jason Earl, and you.
Oh, so fifth. Okay.
Fourth or fifth. It was either you or Earl. I don't remember the order.
Well, at least it wasn't 6 or 7.
Shut the... Don't... No, it is too early for this. It is way too early for this. But yes, Karl is on the podcast today. He is representing Leaders by Example. So technically, he is the second or third member of Leaders, because when Reese was on, I don't know if he was a leader or not still. I mean, we're still debating that. We'll have to ask John. But I did have your guy, some guy named John, on the podcast a while ago, who we're going to talk about a lot in this episode. But before we can begin all of that, and before we actually get into the episode itself, dude, I got to just... Can I pick up brain with you for a second? Like, can I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
Why are you wearing the leader shirt?
I have to represent. Come on, man.
I get that, but like we do the Karl by Example videos all the time for the social media pages. We just opened up an Instagram account where we have some bonus content of Karl now. I mean, every selfie I'm in with you, you're literally in that shirt. Like,
yeah, I kind of do wear it every Thursday.
You literally wear it every week. Yeah, exactly. Like, do you think we can, like, do you have a spare clothes by any chance? Like, do you have a spare shirt or anything?
I mean, yeah, I am wearing one underneath. For you, I will.
Maybe a Two Jagoff shirt? Like,
my shirt.
Yeah.
Just because I do respect you enough to change my shirt.
Thank you, dude. So, thank you. See, that's what a real friend does right there. I've known Kevin for a long time. Now he's Karl. All you had to do was just change the shirt. Get rid of the leader shirt for once. And what? Dude.
What?
A gay enough shirt?
Yeah. You told me to... Look, you see it on the ground right here? This is the Leaders by Example shirt. It is not on me anymore. Do you see it? I did what you said. I did what you said, and you cannot complain.
Do you not have another shirt you could wear aside from anything John or Clayton related? Like,
if I take this shirt off, my belly is going to be spilling out all over the place. I don't think you want that.
I guess
so. It's either this or my hairy belly.
I guess we'll stick with...
I'll be sitting here just like Bert Kreischer.
Well, we'll stay with this shirt, okay? We'll stay with this shirt.
All right, coat rack. There you go. You can hold on to that for me for a minute.
I can smell your cat. I guess we'll just do this. There.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, let's put it on your side of the table. You can do that because you're the
leader. I can put it over your two.
No, we're not putting it over the two.
I won't do that.
See, I was hoping you would wear like a Two Jagoff shirt or something.
That's reserved for Saturday.
That is reserved for Saturday. We'll talk about that more later on. I can't believe you, dude. Do you only own 2 shirts?
I mean, I have more, but I wash these ones the most because I wear them the most.
Go figure. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is going to be chaotic because it's Karl. Go figure. Obviously, last time you were on the podcast, we talked about our lives. We talked about a lot of stuff that we've been doing recently. And I feel like a good way to start off this episode is by talking about 880 wrestling because, correct me if I'm wrong, the last time you were on this podcast, we didn't even know 880 existed.
Yeah, we weren't even aware of that yet.
I think we went to the one New Kensington show just for fun.
Yep.
And then that was before we even went to the shop as a fan. And now we're in the warehouse era. So much has changed since the last time you were there. So I guess let's pull back the curtain a little bit and talk about some 880 wrestling. What's your thoughts on 880?
Well, I really like 880 a lot. They're a very welcoming environment to just everybody, fans, their talent. I like the locations that they were at. Each one had just such a nice personality. I can't say too much about the first place because we were there literally once, but the skate shop was just so unique in of itself. A little cramped. They had a very low ring, and they were limited on height. in there, so they couldn't do a whole. They still made it crazy entertaining, but they couldn't go like crazy entertaining. Plus, I always liked, because that's just my interest. The railroad was right behind it, so I'd just chill out there for like an hour, and then I'd come inside, just instead of just being cooped up inside. And then now we're at the warehouse. Oh my goodness, it's so huge. It's like a gymnasium in there. It's so huge, and oh man, I love that place so much. They can do so much now, all sorts of crazy shit. I can't wait to see what else they do. I'm hoping they stay there for a while, actually, but if they go somewhere else, a little bigger too, they'll just keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
No, same here. And I'll tell you what I always say when I ask this question to the 880 guys we have on the podcast is the new Ken era was like a beginning for them. Obviously, we can't relate because we literally were there one time like a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
The shop had the most personality. Yeah, sure, the location was not the best. Obviously, fans and wrestlers were kind of colliding a little bit too much. There was only one bathroom. So, like, it was a little bit tight for where it was. And it was in the south side, which isn't the best location to be in all honesty, for a wrestling event, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But even though Allentown doesn't really have the nicest neighborhood surrounding it, I will still say the warehouse is by far my favorite, because Bella and I, my sister, Isabella, we went to the Enjoy Wrestling Hilltop County Fair show, which is actually located in there. They have events going on at the Bottle Rocket up top, and then they had wrestling down below. So I always thought that location was cool right when I went with Bella, because I was like, oh, snap, this place is cool. The locker room was in a different place at the time, but I was like, man, this is a big place. And then when I heard we were moving there for 880 permanently, I was like, let's go. Yes, let's go there. Because the only other places that 880 ever does shows is they do the Penn Brewery shows every so often, which once a month, I'm cool with it. It's not the end of the world. I think it's a nice location. I'm kind of glad it's not there every single week, because that place would be a little much to get to for us. And also it's also kind of crammed there too. But again, once a month shows, I'm all for it aesthetically.
Well, if it's outside, I'd have that all sort of time. They had overtop the parking.
Yeah, with the city skyline in the background.
Yep, that's good. I like that. Being outside, but whenever they did their shows there and it was cold or anything weather related where you couldn't do an event outside, you'd be stuck in the ballroom, which, yeah, it's very cramped. 2 rows of seats and that's it.
That's it, and it's all standing room, and that's even if you can fit. So.
Yeah. Me, I was pretty cramped up against that window.
So you associate with the leaders?
Yes.
You associate with some guy named John?
Of course.
And Clayton King?
Yes.
Clayton has a bit of a buddy now. I've never seen this guy before in my life.
My goodness. You want to get me started on Mitch?
Is that his name?
I suppose. I mean, I knew him before as a Mike. And I even refer to him as Karl Jr. You're not fooling anybody, Mitch. Karl Jr., Mike. You're not fooling anybody. We know who you are. I know who you are. I know your dirty little secret.
See, I thought the same thing, but I was like, there's no way it could be Karl Jr. because, like, this Mitch, like, I can kind of tolerate Karl Jr. a bit and Mike. I did his podcast. I did Tailgate Talks. He even came down here and was behind the scenes for my Psychedelic Dreams interview. But I don't know. It's something about this Mitch guy that rubs me the wrong way. I don't think it's the same guy, because here's the thing. This guy doesn't, first of all, he doesn't even know how to pop a collar. His collar was completely messed up. His tag was hanging out of the back. It looked like, I don't even know who dressed him in the morning. It was obviously not his mother, because there's no way in hell my mom would let me leave the house dressed the way he was dressed.
Yeah, he doesn't have your swagger, that's for sure.
Not at all. He tried like having some weird shoes on, and like he was double coating 2 different navy blues. It's like, dude, you cannot do this.
It's like he was trying too hard to look good and be cool, which never works.
Well, I mean, he fits in with the leaders then. But I'm just...
I'll kick your ass.
I'm sorry. But no, Mitch or Mike or Michael or McCann, I don't even know what his name is.
I don't know. I don't even know. His head looks too big for his body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You ever see him wearing a hat? It's like this. It's like so
I saw you talking to them at the end of the show. I mean... Obviously, you're a leader, so you have to associate.
Well, I had to try and get some insider information on him. I don't know a whole lot about him, which is never a good thing when you don't know somebody new.
Also, why the hell do they call you Karl? I mean, let's be honest. I've known you as a different name for about a decade.
Yeah.
And then now all of a sudden, you're Karl, and you're a leader. Why?
I mean, to be perfectly honest, at least with the Karl part, I still don't really know the full story. It was at 880... at the skate shop, and I was sitting front row in the corner like I always do, and Clayton King gets in the ring, and he was getting ready to toss his shirt to the, I forget her name, but she always collects the clothing. So I just don't remember her name. And he was like, no, Karl! He just says Karl, but I'm like, me? He's like, yes, you, Karl, you hold my shirt. And he throws his shirt to me. I hold it. The girl is trying to come over to get the shirt from me. And he's like, no, he's like screaming, no, let him have the shirt or something like that. And I held on it for the whole show until he went into the locker room. Then, whenever that match was over, I got up and gave it back. And he just says, he smiles and says, thanks, Karl. I'm like, okay, that was it. That's where it started and that's where it stuck. I don't know why he called me that. I don't know if he actually forgot my name or if he just thought it was funny and now it stuck. Now everyone is calling me Karl, so I'm Karl now.
So you're Karl.
I'm Karl.
Just Karl.
Just Karl. No last name that I'm aware of, just Karl.
I saw that on this most recent Instagram account of yours. You're kind of in some deep water right now with John and Clayton. They both were a little upset at you for not leading by example. Is everything good now? Is the water clear? Have you talked to John? Have you talked to Clayton? Or
all I did was talk. I talked to Clayton the one time when we were in person. If you don't know, you didn't see any of the posts. They basically caught me drinking, which I didn't think was a big issue for me being a fan on the sidelines. That's just my opinion on the matter. And then someone here had some videos in his phone of me being a jackass while tipsy or drunk. I generally don't remember. So that's probably that's a pretty good reason for John to be disappointed in me, because he commented, "This is not how you lead by example," and I commented underneath that saying, "Sorry, Mr. John," and I quote. I haven't talked to any of them because it's not Thursday yet. I usually don't really talk to either of them until Thursdays, but once it's Thursday, we always chat up a little bit.
You brought me into this somehow. I hope you know.
How?
Well,
I didn't even know.
I responded to John's comment and I put on my story and I was like, what?
Oh, that one. Oops.
Yeah, I was like, you know what? Hey, listen, I don't like John. I don't like Clayton. I really don't like you. I don't like any of the leaders. I don't like any of them.
That's why I'm sitting here right now, huh?
I need content, bro. But I really don't like any of the leaders, okay? But I saw that comment and I was like, you know what? Out of the last year or so of knowing John, this is the one thing I can actually get behind. I actually agree with you, John. He is not leading by example. If leading by example actually means something, it's that. So I put on my story and I said, I can't believe I agree with John for once. And then he has the audacity to repost it on his story and call me a nerd and say if I ever put a story out there like that again, he'll put me back in a neck brace.
Deserved.
So let me get this straight. He gets mad at me for being a biased commentator. He gets mad at me for, I guess, portraying them in a bad lighting or whatever. And then the second I give them a compliment and I try and do a complete reversal on that, they still get mad at me? I can't win. It's a lose-lose.
Awesome. Whenever
Karl.
One comment or one remark doesn't just squash everything. You're aware of that, right? I mean, if you've been commentating, how long have you been commentating 880?
880?
Yes.
Since July or August of last year.
July, August, so what's that, like 8 months?
About 8 months, which is
so
crazy.
Let's just say 8 months. You've been being a biased-ass commentator for 8 months. On their matches, let's just say most of their matches, kind of sometimes you're on, sometimes you're off. You've even been kicked off by them.
I always get kicked off by them.
Yeah. Do you really think that one little hand me out is enough to just make them be like, oh, we like this guy. We like this guy. I don't think so. I wouldn't like you after something like that.
I don't want them to like me. That's the thing. I'm not trying to be liked by John. I don't like him. Do you not know what that man did to me?
You
were front row.
It, dude.
Let's break down the story because Karl actually was here in person, so he can speak on this matter quite nicely. Austin Cairns, obviously I don't just do commentary. I do a little bit of everything in the broadcasting world. That's why I go to Point Park. I'm interested in journalism. I'm interested in media. I'm interested in podcasting. I'm interested in reporting. I like all that stuff. It fascinates me. It always did since I was young. Me and Kevin, when we did skits all the time growing up, I always do like characters and stuff portraying those kind of guys.
Of course.
And I also love entertainment. I love wrestling. So I try and tie all that in together. So when I joined 880, I heard about the creative freedom there. And obviously commentary is my strong passion. I love calling matches. I love breaking it down. I love giving genuine, authentic reactions. But what I also like to do is explore other options, such as backstage interviews, which I've done with the likes of Gianni Michael Enrico, the Italian strongman. I've done in-ring interviews as well. I've done podcasts where I've interviewed half the roster. And something I want to explore a little bit more is actually getting into the ring and talking to these guys, because Toddy, he does a little bit of ring announcing sometimes.
Yeah.
Eamon, he's the main ring announcer. Paul Michaels is still new on the scene, but I'm assuming he would love to do stuff down the line. So I figured, let me try and explore this a little bit. So I got some advice from Toddy, who's done stuff with Enjoy. I've gotten some advice from Eamon, who's done stuff with VCW. And I figured, let me put that together and I'll make something here at 880. So the first time around, I got in the ring and I interviewed Zeke Mercer. Now, I will say I did maybe step a little bit off the professional side of things, and I did cuss out Zeke, but this was after Zeke made fun of me multiple times and threw a microphone at my chest. So I said, F you, Zeke, and I ran out of the ring, and I went back to my desk. And a lot of people said it was because I was scared. It wasn't because I was scared of Zeke. It was because I was scared of getting my suit ruined. I was in a fly-ass suit that day, so I wasn't about to have that shit ruined. But what happened the second time I got in the ring, and you can look at me all you want, but you know it's true, Karl.
You're not fooling anybody, buddy.
I got in the ring with KC War, the Muay Thai Maniac, your new 880 hardcore champion, who I told you was going to beat Reese Hayes. Don't yawn. It's true. And I figured this was Casey's first ever singles championship. And you got to respect that, Karl. Even as a leader, you got to respect the fact that Casey has finally won his first.
It's a feat that any wrestler would want to have. I understand that.
Exactly. So shout out to Casey. He won the title. And I figure, what better way of celebrating with Casey than by paying him back for all that he's done for me? Because most people don't know this, but Casey War was the first person that I shook hands with when I went to 880 Wrestling on my first night to work there. Casey was the one that I talked to kind of get my foot in the door with 880 Wrestling. And he has seen me have so many successes over the last 7 months. This was his biggest that I have seen personally with him at 880. So I'm like, I got to return the favor. Let's get in the ring. Let's do like a live 2 Jagoffs. Let's have an interview. Let's talk to the fans. Let's talk to the people at home. So I get in there, we're asking questions left and right. And the way that was supposed to end, or at least the way I envisioned it, was Casey was going to get in there, we're going to crack open a beer, celebrate, and get to the back. What ended up happening, though, was some guy named John decided to get in the ring with a steel chair and beat Casey mercifully with that chair. And what ended up happening was he did the concerto. If you don't know what a concerto is, chair here, face here, another chair here, boom, you're decapitated. Or maybe not decapitated, you just...
Well, yeah, he wouldn't be here no more.
Yeah, he'll just break your neck. I don't think John's trying to do that. But John was trying to end Casey's career, essentially. That's essentially what he wanted to do. And I figured, I'm not going to let this happen. It's bad enough you already ruined my interview. I'm not about to let you ruin Casey's moment. So I took the chair out of his hand, I got in his face, I cussed him out, and I said, no, absolutely not. And also, I have months of anger pent up from getting kicked off commentary. So what does he do? He throws the chair out of my hand, lets me go check on KC. I'm asking if Casey's okay. And before I could react, next thing you know, I got kicked in the gut and dropped on my head, which required me to be in a neck brace for about a week. So, yeah, that's what happened. Because of your guy.
You were like the opposite of a bobblehead. You realize that, right? Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, that's all you have to say to this matter?
I thought it was hilarious. I got front row, basically.
Yeah, tell me about that. What was Karl's experience like front row? Because the other angle that I got, which actually looks much worse than the one 880 got, I definitely spiked my head on your angle. Walk me through it. What was your philosophy on it?
Well, of course, you're coming out, blah, blah. You're doing your thing with Casey. Admittedly, you did a good job with your interview in the ring. I will say that. And here comes John, my guy. He hops in the ring, does his whole chair thing. Then you grab it. I'm like, ooh, and even the chat. I said the chat. even the audience goes, "You effed up, you effed up," and I'm like, all right, let him have it, So you turn around, boom, and in there you go. Which, by the way, sell of the century. I do actually have to say,
thank you.
Sell of the century. I should see seeing it from my angle, dude. It was so good. It was so funny. and then the guys' locker room come out, carry you backstage. The rest of the sequence plays out, and then that's that. I thought it was great. I thought it was hilarious. You did a good job with that.
Thank you.
Everyone involved, I should say. Everyone did a good job.
Yeah, and to peel back the curtain for a second, too, I was taken very good care of that night. I'll just leave it at that. I was taken very good care of by the people that I worked with that night that make that segment possible. So thank you, everybody that helped out. John, I still hate you, though. But thank you to everybody for that. That was one of my...
That's all I'm saying.
What was that?
It could have been worse. That's all I'm saying.
It could have been worse. And Victor Benjamin the following week, he told me that I had to be savage, not average, and it's a mental game, not a physical game.
You're still average. Come on, God.
I mean, hey, I may be average, but what? Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, how are you gonna? Well, you're not savage. You're definitely not savage.
I'm definitely not savage. I'm just average.
You know who is savage?
Who is savage?
Me.
Buddy, you're below average. That's what you are.
Buddy, you want to talk about below average? Listen, you want to talk about below average
let's talk
and
about
not savage? This guy, I was supposed to be interviewed a little bit ago.
Oh my God.
And this is when we had the snowstorm, which you may think, well, yeah, the whole city was shut down, blah, blah. Okay, I had to work, all right? This guy right here is like, listen, it's too bad. I can't do this, blah, blah. So I'm like, over some snow? Over some frozen water? That's what you canceled my interview for. I was livid, dude. And I can't believe you. You let that stop what's happening now from happening sooner. So, in my own way, I was like, I'm going to show this guy that, okay, let alone is Karl, like, pretty hard to stop, I would say, but snow? That ain't going to stop me. So, I prompted to dive off my back porch into the snow in nothing but swim trunks. And by the way, I will admit, that was not as bad as I thought it was going to be, which just proves that snow was absolutely nothing. We could have done it that day. You're just a pussy.
Damn. Okay. Well, I apologize for canceling on you. If it makes you feel any better, I did a Zoom episode that week with Lucas where I did shout you out and say we would do it sooner than later. And what happened? I led by example, and I kept my promise.
Like 3 weeks later.
Are you in the studio or not?
I am in the studio. I think I'm in
You're in the same chair that some guy named John sat in.
It makes me so happy.
Does it? It's also the same chair Casey War sat in, but...
I will wipe my ass on this chair. No, I'm just kidding.
Damn. But yeah, no, I'm glad that you made the trip down here. Yes, that video was probably one of the most cursed videos of all time. And we could probably talk some more 880 stuff, but obviously, if you haven't heard already, I'm a commentator there. Karl's front row chair in his little cuck chair or whatever he's sitting in.
Hey!
What?
Cuck chair? Are you kidding me? Did you just get put in one of those last Thursday?
I mean,
Clayton who put you there too?
it was John who put me there.
John.
Because John kicked me off commentary, and I tried standing up for myself, and he had a chair, and God knows what John's going to do with a chair, so I just sat in it. I listened. And the worst part was this.
Yeah, you listen like a good boy too.
Shut up. But the worst part was this little girl came over to me and asked if I was okay. And she's like, "Are you okay, Austin?" And I don't know who this girl is.
That's what she. I
and I'm like, I don't want to scare the youth. So I'm like, yeah, of course. I'm totally okay. And then out of nowhere, I feel a big hand just on my shoulder. And then I feel another hand wrapped around my shoulder. And it's John, who's getting off commentary, about to go beat up KC again. And he goes, "Oh, don't worry. We're pals. Austin and I are pals. Right, Austin? Right, Austin?" And he's just progressively smacking my shoulder harder and harder until I agree with him. That's not leading.
I mean, he got you to say it, though.
I said we were pals for the time being, but I'm...
Well, he did his job.
Okay, whatever. But no, 880 Wrestling every Thursday. Karl in his little camo chair that he brings, and then Austin on commentary.
Yep.
That's a good promotion right there, right? 829 Industry for free. Let's talk about some other stuff that's been going on. This past Sunday, I got to sit down and interview Justin Plummer, the owner of IWC Wrestling, which I'll be honest with you, I did not expect to pull that interview. I did not expect to get it. Not because I didn't think Justin Plummer would want to do it, just because I figured I have had so many other guests on of so many other different backgrounds. I didn't want to mess up any of the things other companies had going on, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But Plummer is awesome. He came down. He sat in the same chair you sat. And we got to think about 54 minutes out of him. Now, I don't know. Did you happen to listen to this interview by any chance or hear anything?
I did.
Oh, did you? Well, this will actually be a first reaction from me. What did you think of the Justin Plummer interview, Kev? Kevin's been coming to the IWC shows with me well before I even worked there, too. So
yeah,
we're obviously both very in tune with what's going on the indie scene here in Pittsburgh.
It was kind of like the same journey as 880 because you also started at IWC as doing camera, then you did commentary, right?
Yep.
Okay. And then... yeah, no, I listened to the Plummer interview. I thought it was going to be... Jeez, I'm jumping all over the place. I thought it was better than I thought it was going to be. Not trying to dumb down what I think you're capable of, but it was very good to see him or listen to him open up and even bring the reset button here. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, the reset button was sitting right where the leader shirt was.
That's better right there anyway.
Okay.
But, no, it was... I liked hearing him open up talking about a lot of the people who have come through IWC and even some future things that he wants to do as well. I thought that was really cool. I want to see more out of that.
And I was also very impressed, too, because Plummer came down. He brought his 3 kids, actually, for a little behind-the-scenes context here, and they were very well-behaved. One of them slept in that chair. One of them was in the chair back there, and the other one was playing, like, video games on his phone. So, very well-behaved. I enjoyed Justin Plummer a lot. And yeah, IWC is actually this Saturday, which we'll both be in the house for. I'm in the reset button though. I don't know if anybody knows this or not. The reset button chooses anybody that's within the building that associates with IWC wrestling. So like, everybody that works backstage is in it. All the camera people are in it. All the commentators are in it. I'm a commentator, so I'm in it. Even a T-Rex is in it. I saw a T-Rex.
Bro, what?
Yeah, a T-Rex and Santa Claus. Santa's also in the reset button. So, I mean, I didn't know. I mean, I guess this is how he spends his time away from the North Pole. When Mrs. Claus, he comes to court time in Elizabeth, PA.
I didn't even know that. That's hilarious.
Yeah, now Santa's going to be in the reset button. So
Is Bradley in it?
Bradley's actually in the reset button too, yes. Bradley is in the reset button as well. We love Bradley with the scarf. What's your thoughts on Bradley, actually? I don't think we've ever talked about Bradley publicly.
I don't think I've ever actually talked to him, at least like on a conversation base. I'm pretty sure he probably said hi or something like that, but I don't really have like a very good opinion on him. You know, I just don't really know him too much. I've seen him at a lot of big shows. I've seen him at pretty much I've seen him at every IWC show. That's really where I see him the most. Most of the big 880 shows. And we've seen him at a couple other places like
2PW.
Rise, 2PW, Enjoy. We've seen him actually everywhere. Now I think we've seen him everywhere that's wrestling related, some shape or form.
Yeah, he's scarfier than you, and you know it. He got that scarf, you know.
Well, you see,
he's a Two Jagoffs listener too. Shout out to Bradley.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Well, guess what?
What?
I'm gonna grab your scarf. I'm gonna grab one end here, one end here. It's gonna be swiping my ass cheeks like a credit card,
Karl,
back and forth, just
hell?
like that.
What did Bradley do?
I don't know.
Well, you think you're the better wrestling fan than Bradley is?
That's not quite what I said. I just think I'm better than him.
Oh.
He thinks he's scarfier than me. Guess what? I don't even need a scarf to stay warm.
Okay. Well, Bradley, if you're listening, I would love a response to this, please, because I have been dealing with this guy for quite some time now, well over a decade, and I would love.
It's gonna end anytime soon, unless I die.
I would love him just to take that scarf of his and just wrap it around your neck, and you know.
All right, buddy. All right. I'd like to see him try. We'll probably crack a hip. Oh,
you're so mean.
My hip. Oh, what he's gonna do?
We love you, Bradley. We love you, Bradley. Please take care of this guy, though, if you're listening. Please take care of him.
He ain't gonna do shit. Big bad wolf will blow him away.
You're so mean. So mean. Speaking of other indies, though, IWC obviously is the big one we're going to this weekend. You'll be there. Lucas will be there. Mr. Jack Dean, a name we haven't talked about in a while, will be there. The rest of my family will be there. So my dad, actually pretty much the entire Two Jagoffs team is going to be there. One member who I don't want to consider to be a part of the Two Jagoffs team anymore. I don't know if you saw what happened, and I would love to get your opinion on this because you haven't been on in a minute. I know you're probably trying to stay neutral in this, which I totally understand, but
yeah, just because I seen what happened, or I should say heard. I always listen. I usually don't watch the video portion, but I don't know, man. Like, 'cause I want to stay neutral because I definitely don't know the full scope. But that's also probably why I don't like what Lucas did there. It's something about that. I should more so say that I can't quite see where and what his direction is for this, which is why I don't think that was a good move. I don't get it. You know what I mean? I don't think he should have done that to Nick Brown. I may not be the biggest fan of downtown Nick Brown, but I wouldn't have done something like that to him, especially like live on the podcast. Get rid of him like that. That's pretty messed up.
Yeah, and I mean, I've spoke vocally about this too, and I'll talk about it now since Lucas isn't here to do anything about it. I didn't think downtown Nick Brown didn't deserve that at all. I mean, I believe he's just as much of a valuable asset as you are, as Lucas is, as even Mr. Jack Dean is. So I hated the embarrassment that Nick Brown suffered, especially in the Super Bowl special, our biggest episode of the year.
That was the other surprise for me too. He did it on pretty much the biggest episode that you guys do. I was like, whoa, that caught me by surprise.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise too. I mean, thankfully my dad was in the middle of us because, I mean, if it would have been just us two, I don't know what would have happened because, I mean, you've seen the promos of us going at each other. So, like.
Yeah, he could have got you again.
What?
What do you mean, what? Don't you what me? He kicks your ass.
But no, Nick Brown, if you're listening, we do miss you. I miss you at least. I don't know how Karl feels, but I hope everything is well at your way in New Kensington.
Yeah, I mean, I never wanted him gone. So, I mean, of course I miss him. You're
on the leader side, so you just do whatever John and Clayton says.
Hey, don't let me like that.
Okay. But no, we've also been going to some other indie places too. 2PW we were just at recently in Irwin, PA. We were supposed to be at Rise, but Rise canceled because there were some issues going on up there. So hopefully they're okay up in Uniontown. And then this weekend, we're also going to VCW for
That's
the first
Sunday,
time.
right?
That is Sunday in McMetin or however the hell you say it, West Virginia.
I don't know. You'll just send me the address and I'll drive you. That's how that goes.
Pretty much. But it's funny because the last 2 VCW shows we went to, we both couldn't make.
Yep.
Because the first time, my car broke down almost on the way there.
Mm-hmm.
And the second time, I got the opportunity to work RMU women's basketball. And I was like, okay, I'd rather go call and make $50 than go to VCW, which you guys all totally understood, which I appreciate.
Of course.
But yeah, no, a lot of indies we've been going to. My goal this year is to go to as many places as we can, including this next company, which I'm also starting to do business with, Canadian Deathmatch.
Oh, dude, I'm excited. Actually, this was pretty cool. I was getting ready because break back the curtain a little bit. We were in talks all day of, trying to get down here in time, blah, blah, blah. I get home. I stuff in my mailbox. I'm okay, whatever. I just wanted to take care of that. And the garbage before I made my way down here. And my passport literally just came today. So it is set. We are going to Canada for Canadian Deathmatch. More so me as a fan, are you going to be calling it in person, or are you going as a fan too?
I'm going as a fan too this time. Well, actually, me and you aren't even just going as fans, I don't think we should say. I think we're just going just to be there. Like, we're going to be behind the scenes. We're going to be talking to our guys. We'll see BSJ. We'll see... I don't know if his name's been announced yet. I don't want to say it. Oh, no, it has been. Casey War will be in the house. I didn't want to spoil it just in case, but I remember the graphic was posted. So yeah,
that will be really fun. That'll be both of our first times outside of the country, huh? Mm-hmm. Just to hop over the border. That's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, go watch a bunch of wrestlers bleed. A lot of them that are fans of this podcast, which is pretty insane.
That is insane, but I actually can't wait now that I have my passport. I'm like, what's gonna happen? It's gonna happen. I'm like all giddy.
And we're gonna go to Hybrid Championship Wrestling too, which is like Canadian Deathmatch little brother. They're doing shows too, where a lot of our guys actually going to compete. MV's actually the hybrid champion right now, so.
Oh, that's right, he is.
So we'll be going there too, hopefully the next couple of months. But I think Crazy 8's in April is when we're gonna try to go to Canadian Deathmatch. We still got to figure things out, because anytime that there's a wrestling that's like within a couple hours of, like, I think it's usually 2 hours the limit that we usually try and go with it.
The furthest one so far was 2.5 for Cleveland. That was the furthest one we did.
Outside of the Cleveland one, I think I'm just talking like regular ones just to go to.
Well, the regular ones, I think the furthest we did go out was probably about an hour and 45 minutes to 2 hours, which was Uniontown.
Okay, because Negative Outlook's not that far, right? I mean, it was far for us the first time.
Negative Outlook is about not getting Ollie is about an hour.
Okay, so it's not
hour
bad.
and 10 minutes or so.
That's still not awful.
That's not bad at all. No.
No, I think they're coming back in March, so we'll definitely make the trip down to West Virginia. I love Morgantown, actually. I actually enjoy myself down there.
It's nice down there. I don't like. I should say, is there the restaurants they have there?
Yeah, they're awful.
Holy cow! Is it? I wouldn't even say awful. It's just expensive. It's just like, I mean, I get. You kind of are in the heart of the city, but we got this. No, I have to complain about that.
Go ahead. Go on.
I don't even remember who they are, so I can't even out you by name, because I seriously would. I don't care. We got this little like panini sandwich about yay big. I know. Well, for those who can't see, I say yay big. I'm gonna say like 5.5 inches by 5.5 inches. Pretty thin sandwich. And I think that was it. Oh, and some chips. They had some chips on the side. That was, what was that? $13?
Yeah.
Dude, are you kidding me? I could get a whole pack of chicken and some potatoes for that. Are you kidding me? I could have had a meal. I could have 3 meals a day for like 4 days.
I know.
With that. That was insane. But it was like we already hopped from 2 other places because of how expensive they were.
And how busy.
And how busy. We had to eat something before we went, or else we were eating until, if we decided to go to Sheetz afterwards, which would have been at like 11:30 midnight? Hell no.
I think I'm glad now that we know there's a Sheetz like right there.
Yeah, because we didn't know that before.
Now that we know that there's a Sheetz like not even 2 blocks away, I think the move will just be go to Sheetz beforehand.
Yeah.
Park there, and then we don't have to pay for parking that long either. Because I know like in the other restaurants we had to pay for parking while we went to eat. So
yeah.
For your sake, park at Sheetz, stay there as long as we can, and then go park like right before the show. Minimize our time. But
yeah, right. That was never too much anyway. I think that was only like $6. But again, yeah, I'll do that. I mean, actually, I'm not gonna try. I was gonna say I might try and leave my car at the Sheetz. I'm not gonna try that. Not in Morgantown. They're pretty big dicks about that down there. Actually.
Yeah, no, that's probably not a good idea.
I try it pretty much. I try a lot of other places. I've done it actually. So
I've done it. It's actually funny. Whenever we did the, wait, what was it? Because we can say it now. It was the Iron City one? No, the Iron City had a parking lot.
No, they had a park.
It was the New Ken location.
Yeah, it was New Ken. No, well, I know because I was pissed at the one in Cleveland because whenever we did that, I actually paid for an extra day because of how their website was set up. I thought I was paying for just like 9 or something of that day. No, it made me pay till 9 the next day.
Oh.
What? I didn't know. Like, why would it do that? I didn't touch anything else.
I know.
9 o'clock. I'm like, okay.
That's why we're going to try to stay overnight.
Yeah. I mean, geez, I've slept, even on like trips going far away, I've slept in Walmart parking lots overnight. I don't care. You know what I mean? I do all sorts of stupid stuff.
It's all about the travel. It's all about the experience. But that's our big goal, I think, is kind of what we're trying to sum up here. We're going to go to as many wrestling events this year because say what you want about Karl and say what you want about me, whether you like me or you don't like me, or you like him or don't like him.
Oh, you're going to like me.
Okay. Be that as it may. But we obviously are travel buddies. That's what we do. We travel to all the different wrestling places. And not even just wrestling places. I mean, we do camping trips. We do a lot of hiking trips. We did an amazing trip at Cook's Forest with Ollie. Yep. We did an amazing trip where we even went on a train. What was it, in Maryland?
Yeah, it was the
Cumberland.
Yeah, well, it was the Western Maryland Scenic Railroad, which the depot is in Cumberland. Yep, the old original station in Cumberland. So.
Yeah, so we've done Cumberland, Maryland. We've done Cook's Forest. We've done your camp. We're going to do your camp again this summer. We're going to do my camp hopefully this summer too. Ollie really wants to do that. And I think we're trying to do a trip even up in New York, like in the woods somewhere.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called, but it's 4 hours away. It's like right in between like Niagara Falls and New York. I can't remember what the name is. It has some beautiful waterfalls there. Mm-hmm. And I want to see if we can try and rent out a cabin. Those are really hard to get, though.
Yeah.
But we can at least try. That way, if it decides to rain like it did last time we were in Cook's Forest, we at least have some shelter rather than a tent. Because we had to wait like 2 hours before we could set up our tent because it was just raining.
Cook's Forest, that was by far one of my favorite trips.
That was so much fun. We can't talk about a lot of what we did.
No, we
cannot.
It
was so much fun.
If you know, you know. Let's just say this. The night itself was amazing.
Absolutely.
And the day after was even better because we went hiking. We went to Ty Nesta. We went to Ty Nesta that next day, which was actually the place where my family originally had a camp. And then when my grandfather passed away, obviously they sold it, and then we didn't have a camp for a couple of years until we bought one of our own.
Yeah, my mother's side, they had a camp. I'm not sure where it was. You knew where yours was. Yeah. They had a camp up there too. I couldn't tell you where it was, but I want to throw it in there. Continue.
Yeah, of course. And then I think even when we went to your camp, we went to your old site as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. When we were in Cook's Forest, right. Well, specifically Clear Creek State Park. My old campground is right up the road, like 10 minutes up the road from it. That's I used to go to Clear Creek all the time when I was little. And he's passed away now, but it was an old family friend, Brian Weiser. I'll say his name. I miss him a lot. Actually, he was like the designated uncle who isn't actually part of your family.
Yep.
And it was a little shack with an old school bus attached to it, and the school bus was all gutted out. It had a stove, some bunk beds, and some other stuff in there. I can't even quite remember, but that was. We used to go up there all the time when I was little, probably until I was about. Not even trying to make the joke, like 6 or 7 years old, and then we started going to Big Bear, which is where we went there for I'm gonna guess 5 years before we had a camp, and then my dad purchased a lot down there, got a camper, which our camper was from an old coal mine. It was inside a coal mine, and I remember him cleaning out all the coal dust and everything all over the old carpet. And all that, and then now we have our own camper with a spot in Big Bear. I really like it down there. I want to go there more often. I'm just always busy, or I don't really have the extra money to try and do that.
Of course,
it sucks about that.
No, I thought it was so cool because like we went to 2 different childhood places of ours.
Yeah,
like places that me and you probably haven't been in over a decade, at maybe longer.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, the one for Wise's, that was probably the first time I was there in. Probably 15 years.
Wow.
Same with a lot of other people, because when we stopped was when it got bought out by someone else. Now I think when it got bought out the first time, it was because of fracking, like for oil. And now It's like a youth camp, I believe, is what it is now, sort of. I can't quite remember. I don't have a reason to really know, but I believe that's what it is now.
It's always cool to go back to those places too, and we'll definitely have to go back up there because we went to the little store in Tynesta that I used to always go to as well. Dude, that place was, and I think we got ice cream in there, right?
Well, you guys, I want to get ice cream, but but here's the thing with me and ice cream: if I even look at ice cream or a lot of dairy products, even just looking at off the shit, it's horrible. I really like milkshakes. It's one of my favorites. Like even when we go to the Sheets by our place, before we even make it back, which is 15 minutes to drive, I can already feel my stomach. It's going crazy. Like, oh, I love it, but I can't have it no more. I used to, like, whenever I used to eat a bunch of cereal, I used to eat so much cereal, I didn't even use a bowl. I used a Tupperware because it was bigger.
Oh, Karl. Oh, you're fucking foul.
I miss Cocoa Puffs. You call me foul?
Yes.
Foul? Do you want to talk about the heaping plates that you get to that we go bite for bite on? And I look like this and you look like that. Explain that one to me.
I don't know.
Yeah, so shut the hell up, coat rack.
I'm not a coat rack.
Yes, you are. I made you one, and Chuck's going to make you one again.
Yeah, all you do is yap.
It's your job. I don't want to hear anything about yapping. It's your job.
Get a load of this guy.
You know this guy. I think I'm so funny by saying things. Yeah, that's you.
That's literally you and John and Clayton. That's you guys.
And they're good at it. You're not. You're biased. Shut the hell up.
They're biased too. They cheat.
Okay. So, what do you do? Oh, I'm scared. I'm going to yell at Zeke and run away. That's you.
I was not scared of Zeke Mercer.
That's why you ran. That's why you ran.
I wasn't scared. No, I wasn't scared of them. I was just, protecting my suit. That's all I was doing. Speaking of shirts, by the way, what do you think of my shirt? New year.
No, that's definitely true.
Same Jagoff. I don't change for nobody. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, you're definitely a Jagoff.
I mean, I will take that name because that's literally the one name I'm actually purposely calling myself. If you could not tell,
that is your brand. I can't even say it as like an insult. That is your brand. So.
It is. I have changed the word Jagoff, the meaning of it.
Well, I don't know about that, but
it's a term of endearment now. Like, if you said, "Hey, I'm a Jagoffer this week," that means you were on the Two Jagoffs podcast.
Yeah, sorry, I was making a bad joke. Go ahead.
Now, what were you gonna say?
I don't think I should say this. I don't
probably keep it to yourself. But yeah, we're gonna continue to travel. Hopefully, some more. I really want to go to some other places too.
Yeah.
I don't know the companies yet, but there's actually a company. I didn't even tell you about this yet.
Oh, all right.
I'm trying to get us plane tickets. I think I can.
Plane tickets.
I want to go to Florida, bro. I would love. Yeah.
Ooh, okay. I'll definitely pitch in. I just want you to know I've never flown before. I'm really scared. Okay, this is gonna sound so stupid to me. Listen, I had like a really big fear of heights for a long time. I just got over ladders like 2 years ago to being comfortable going up ladders, like 40-foot extension ladder. When you're having to carry a bunch of shit, that's pretty like, ooh. I don't like the new extension ladder. No, hold on. I know I'm going on like a stimming trip. Hey, shut the hell up. Don't you laugh at me. Mister. Oh, it's a spider. It's a spider. Yeah, you little bitch. Anyway, no, because like the new extension ladders, they're light, but they jiggle a lot. So I feel like I don't have a firm footing. It's just the back of my mind. You want to talk about going up like 30,000 feet? I'll do it, but I might be a little bitch for a little bit until I get like comfortable. The only good thing about flying to Florida is it's only like 2.5 hour flight. That's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all.
You're beat red. You're such a jackass.
It's like 2 hours to Fort Lauderdale. I hate you.
What I do? I'm telling the truth.
You're over here going on this whole rant about ladders.
Do I need to talk about how you're scared of spiders?
I've been very vocal on how I'm scared of spiders. Yes, which I'm actually been getting over my fear quite a bit, actually.
Oh, really? So I can get you a tarantula now?
I wouldn't say a tarantula. But
I'm gonna hide.
I killed a wolf spider a couple days ago without.
Okay, well, that's definitely a step up.
Yeah.
I remember it used to be really... I'm not even actually trying to make fun of you. I remember it used to be like horrified of spiders, especially when we first met. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I get it, though.
I'm more scared of snakes now, honestly. Snakes,
You're scared of snakes?
Dude, I don't mess with snakes. I'm good.
Oh, dude, just like start poking it with a stick. It'll run away.
Run away? Don't got legs. You mean slither away?
They'll go away.
Okay,
they will go away.
Not run away. It's not going to just grab some legs and be like, oh, I'm out of here. Like the road runner. No, they're going to,
You're such a dad. All right.
you don't know?
we live in, well, we do have some venomous snakes over here, but nothing crazy.
I mean, nothing crazy at all. You're a fat ass. Have I ever asked you the food
Whoa,
question?
whoa.
No, I'm just being honest.
Listen, I know you're right, but like, dude, what the hell? I know you're fat. No, good.
I'm just saying. Look at you.
I'm breaking your chain. That was my belly.
That was a good one too.
Also a good one. I'm popping it over here. There we go.
That's actually good.
Sorry, I had to do that. Good.
I always ask my guests this, but I don't remember if I did this back when I was doing your old interview. And in case Katie and Derek is listening, I always ask the food question to people. This isn't the final question. I just want to ask real quick. What is your favorite restaurant, just so I know?
Easy. Hunter's Pizzeria. And is that Rennerdale or Oakdale?
Oakdale.
Okay. That. 100%. Like, if I have a choice, like, I should say if I'm home, if we're out on the road, out and about, it's Bob Evans. But since we don't really have a Bob Evans around us anymore, the closest one to where we live by mileage is McKnight Road. Hell no. And the other one closest by time is West Mifflin. Also a hell no for me. So by choice, I have Hunters. I will give them all my money. I love their food so much. They give you such massive portions that are so delicious. I don't know why we would go anywhere else. It's just such that Hunters isn't everywhere else, but I wouldn't want them to go public, as in having to back their investors. That's when companies start to go downhill. I don't want them to ever do that.
No, and it's such a nice little diner too, and I haven't been there in over a year almost. It's been about a year now.
That's crazy.
I gotta go back. We'll go back soon.
Yeah.
I just haven't been out that way at all. And when I am out that way, I go to my nanny's house, and she makes some great food. So.
Yeah, well, you have to go an extra 8 minutes out of your way to get there. So yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. But no, Hunter's is a good place. That's a good one to try. Do you have a favorite meal from Hunter's by any chance?
Okay, it's a 50-50 between their classic Italian calzone, mainly because of how big it is. I think it's like $15, and it's, you can't see it, but it's like this big. It's like the size of a toddler, dude. It's so big. That's a very bad comparison. I'm sorry. You're not gonna find me in the files. No. Anyway, no, it's so massive, like the portion size there for their calzone. But my favorite, other second, which it's like I balance between. I try to get one or the other when I go there. I think it's called their chicken ranchero. It's a hoagie with a big slab of fried chicken on it, lettuce, onions, ranch, and bacon and cheese. It's so good.
Oh, that sounds fire. And now you're making me hungry. That's actually really good.
Oh, dude.
Dude, that's fire. I do have a couple other things I want to ask you before we end things off today.
All right, what's up?
Because we are getting close to that hour mark, but I think we got some time here.
All time in the world, baby.
You came over my house for an event that you were not obviously as involved in as I am, but I think it's cool to speak on. The Super Bowl just happened.
Oh, yeah.
And you were there for the halftime show. You were there for the game itself, the commercials. It was just me and you. Had a couple of alcoholic beverages, and we enjoyed our night.
You had like a sip.
Oh, yeah.
I had a lot. I had like
I did only have a sip that night.
I had a double glass.
I drove you home.
Yeah, I had a double glass of chocolate martini. Made you one that you had a sip and I finished yours. So I basically had 4 chocolate martinis, and I was pretty bad.
But from as coherent as you were for a good bit of it, what did you think of the Super Bowl this year? Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots. Let's talk a little football real quick.
Well, I mean, obviously I'm not a big football guy to begin with. I was really going up as, okay, I'm not doing anything this Sunday. Nobody else is doing anything but watch the Super Bowl. Let's just watch it together. I have to admit, the Super Bowl itself was an absolute snooze fest. Even paying attention, I couldn't care any less about it. The halftime show, I thought the halftime show was pretty good. I didn't really know who Bad Bunny was. The performance itself was good. Did I know a word of what he was saying? Absolutely not. Was it a vibe? Absolutely. It was better than, this isn't even like politically motivated. It was better than whatever the hell Kid Rock was doing with all that. That was actually just bad. And it was also showing that they were having a bunch of bots in there too to bump up their views. I thought that was pretty funny. But yeah, it was a snoozer. The best part was just drinking with you and ordering pizza. We also ordered from Sunset.
Oh, love Sunset.
And admittedly, I demolished that, dude. That can bite me in the ass. 2 a.m. Oh my god, I had the worst shits I've ever had in my whole life. That was so bad. I woke up clenching my stomach, dude. It was so bad.
What did we get with Sunset? Was it the chicken bacon ranch one?
Yep, that's what we got.
I love the
So
chicken bacon
good.
ranch one.
That and the meat medley. Here's the difference. Whenever we get meat medley with you, you get no gyro. I get it with gyro on it.
Oh,
I
do you?
get it by myself. Oh my gosh, it's so good.
I just can't do gyro meat. I don't know what it is. Like I love sausage, salami, bacon.
It's a different
pepperoni.
taste. I
Yeah.
can understand not liking it. It's
Yeah.
different. It's. I don't think it's anything like any other stuff. I mean, it's probably closest to sausage, depending how you spice it.
Yeah.
But even then, I mean, I don't blame you. I used to not like sausage. Sorry,
Ham?
I used to not like gyro meat when I was younger. I do now. Actually, same thing with. I say this after having one thing. It was last time we went to McDonald's. This is probably my last time going to McDonald's. Your prices are outrageous. Change them or burn down. I can't stand you no more. Anyway, I got like a double quarter pounder or whatever it was, and I asked them, please take my pickles off. They didn't. It was like 1:30. Excuse me, 12:30 in the morning, and I'm trying to eat. I taste pickle. I'm like, you know what, whatever. I'm not having a pickle. I just continue eating. It wasn't that bad. I think I like pickles now, which is something I know you're probably gonna be extra not a big fan of. I hope Palace makes you drink more pickle juice again.
No, he done that already once. We're not having Andrew Palace.
We need to run it back.
No, we're not. We're Jey Uso? Run it back? No, we're not doing that. Eat.
You're not funny.
It's Jey Uso.
Jey Uso. Oh my God, I'm Jey Uso. What's it like the wave? Oh.
No, it's the yeet. Let's do it on the count of 3. Ready? It's actually pretty cool. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Yeet.
There we go. See?
I feel horrible now.
Why? It's Jey Uso.
It's because you made me do it. That's why.
All right, what about this? L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
Bingo, and Bingo was his name out, and now Nick is having a seizure somewhere. I mentioned Bingo.
I'm about to say it 2 more times. It's going to appear out of nowhere.
You're just go in the bathroom mirror, let some kids say Bingo, 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 and he'll say, hi guys.
We'll show up in a Dallas Cowboy hoodie and everything.
and an already scratched off lottery ticket.
And already scratched off lottery ticket.
That's gonna be that's what I was just show up next time.
There we go. Bingo Dauber in hand, ready to go.
Absolutely. He might even bring home a grandma with him too. That'd be crazy.
Maybe.
He'll finally get something before you do.
Shut up. Shut your mouth. We are not doing this right now. I was in agreement with you. I miss Nick Brown. I think we should bring Nick Brown back to the podcast, but you did not need to go there.
I think I did.
Like, you're going to get anything either. I don't want to hear it.
Okay, you're still not.
Good. Say what you got to say.
Mister, I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. I can't get up. Okay. I can't even say it by choice. I can't get nothing either. I'm still better than you, though.
Shut up. Well, Karl, I do want to ask you real quick. It is 2026. We've known each other since 6th grade.
Yep.
As a little history lesson
It's
for the
now
viewers out there.
a decade,
It is now officially a decade.
which is crazy.
And we've probably known each other a little bit longer, but we consider our friendship to be
Yeah, we
since.
never really talked. I always remember seeing you on the playground. I think I remember seeing you, I'm going to guess 3rd grade because you had long hair. You cut it pretty soon after that, though.
5th. 5th was long hair.
5th?
3rd, I still had the buzz cut, yeah.
Okay, then, okay. Well, I'm getting my time because I remember.
But you know, yeah.
I remember that before I started really talking to you. So.
Because 6th grade was back when that's when I was in my fedora era.
Oh my
6th
God.
grade.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. It's hilarious.
I had a fedora to wear to school every single day.
He thought he was hello, princess.
No, don't you start.
No, I love that guy. He's so funny. He's so cringe. It's funny.
Okay.
That's how I'm gonna imagine you now. From now on, if you ever wear a
Please,
fedora, you're
I don't think I can wear a fedora now that you just said that. I still have one at home. I was thinking about, well, it's funny because Magic Man was brought up recently. A lot of people didn't know that. I actually got a lot of DMs about this. Yes, for those who are listening out there, I was a magician for a very long time. And I'll get past this to Kevin in a second, and he can speak on it as someone who observed it. But I actually did magic for about 5 to 6 years, I think. It was pretty much all throughout high school. I would leave my classes and actually go do magic shows in other classes. And I did it in front of the majority of the school, actually, at one point in time. And I think we shared that on the Mr. Javada interview, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure Mr. G talked about it quite a bit. But we never really talked about that more. But yeah, no, I did magic for a while. I still know some card tricks. I'll do them every once in a while. I've went and performed at different venues before, but nothing too crazy. I thought it could maybe go somewhere, but I'm more passionate about this than I ever was card tricks. But it's something I have in my back pocket to impress someone if I have to.
Yeah, well, it's always good to have like a little party trick like that. 'Cause it's always something that'll turn heads. I mean, even if it doesn't turn heads, it'll at least start a conversation. Hey, you might even use it to pick up a lady sometime.
Yeah,
I doubt it, but I mean, hey, you can have hope. Hey, it's for horses. Shut the hell up.
But what did you think of the magic as an observer?
Well, no, I mean, I thought it was cool. I didn't know how to do any of it, so that was something that was like, oh, hey, that's cool. You know, I don't know what to say about that. I didn't know how to do it. You show me how to do something, as in like the trick behind it. I won't reveal that, but it was something as I always want to know how this works. Okay, blah 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 blah. Oh, you know, it's still cool though. I think it's cool at least being able to do that. You know, I can't do that. I do other things. I just can't do that.
You work on heating and air conditioning.
Yeah, I don't play with cards anymore. I think the only time I really play with cards anymore that isn't like a drunk game with me, you, and Ollie is like the Christmas party, because all the Christmas parties we play poker. We save up quarters and we'll play with quarters. That's always fun.
Karl, I gotta ask you this.
What are you gonna ask?
I gotta ask you
You
this.
ask me stuff all the time.
It's a podcast. I'm supposed to ask you questions this time.
I know, but the rage bait worked, didn't it?
It's not like I'm in my car or your car. Just be like, hey, Karl, say something. You know what? We're gonna do this right now.
Are you serious?
We're gonna do something.
Are you serious?
We need content for the Instagram vlog.
You're doing more?
Yeah, live on Two Jagoffs. Go
This
ahead.
guy.
Watch this, ladies and gentlemen. This is how we go into planning stuff behind the scenes. This is literally how it works. I'm gonna go up,
so much.
and you can say what you're doing right now. Ready? Here we go.
Oh my. Hey guys, I'm Karl. Right now, we are actually in the studio right now. Turn around, take a look. In the studio right now, doing the interview right now, which he just decided to pull out his phone and start recording me for no reason while he's cracking a big shit-eating grin behind the camera that you can't see with all of this just junk all over the place. Hay is for horses. And you see this, I'm repping an amazing shirt. I also have another shirt here that I can also rep right here. You should follow these guys, not this bum behind the camera. And that's how you do it.
Well, there we go. If anybody asks how we do the Karl videos, there it is.
It's all improv. It's just hey, let's just do stupid shit. That's really
That
all
was actually
it is.
good. I don't appreciate
hilarious.
you flipping my hat over, but that's okay.
I mean, I'll do it again. You want me to
Please
flip it again?
I'm good. Don't flip the anything. Last time you were in the studio, you were actually bad. It was on Steel City Commuters. You were with Nicholas Brown sitting right here. You mind doing that again?
Bah. Sorry, that's like such a big inside joke since what, like 8th grade?
Long story short, he did a sheep noise when we were up at my camp, and we couldn't sleep after that because we were just laughing so damn hard.
I don't know why I did. I just did. I don't know. I thought it was funny. Apparently it was. It's still around. Well, go ahead. What you were saying?
I was just saying, Steel City Commuters was the last time you were behind the scenes for a few interviews.
Yeah.
But the last time you were actually live on an episode in here, it was on Steel City Commuters, and I think this is your first time on Two Jagoffs live in here.
In here, yes.
Yeah, so you did Steel City Commuters twice. Once as a guest when we first interviewed you. I think that was your first time meeting Nick actually in person.
That was my first time meeting him in person, and then the second time was the Truth or Dare, right?
It was Truth or Dare, and you were here, a little tipsy, with.
Hey.
And I'm just telling the truth.
Yeah.
With a tuxedo tank top and an umbrella.
Well, the umbrella was because you made me do that, but I did have a tuxedo tank top. I always have to break out my best tank top whenever it's hot outside. I'm not wearing a suit. I'm not gonna be like you. I'm sorry. I'm wearing my tuxedo tank top. It's just as good if you ask me.
Oh, shitty Jimmy Cricket just sitting there with the little umbrella.
Well, you made me do that as part of the dare, but yes, that was funny.
It was a good. That was one of my favorite Steel Studio episodes I've done. And then poor Nick Brown had hand sanitizer all over the floor. Yeah, it was.
I forgot.
It was bad. We had ASMR to the mic with it. It was insane.
It's so fun. Hello, and this is the Karl ASMR.
No,
I can't do it. I'm just cringing and just thinking about. I can't do that.
But no, I do appreciate you coming on, Karl. What's your big goals for 2026? Do you got anything big that's gonna be happening this year? Anything that you have on the bingo card? No pun intended.
Bingo. No, I'm just kidding.
No pun intended.
Bingo's. Sorry. Every time I think of bingo, I just think of Nick. Well, at least for 2026, I mean, at least as Karl, because I'll stay in the curtain, then I'll hop behind it. As Karl would just be go to as many events as possible, continue being a good leader. I may have to quit drinking to do that though, but so that may be a little hard, but that's nor here nor there. As Kevin though, it kind of falls under what we were talking about before, just for different things. I definitely want to travel more. I'm going to Cass again with some friends, and then me, you, and Ollie are going to go down there because he was saying he wanted to do another train trip. So I think that'll be the next one that we do. That whenever we get an idea of when you guys will be out, we can plan around that because we can really go any weekend from the end of May until the end of October. We have like months to go. It doesn't really matter. We have to book a month in advance though. That's the only issue with them, but that's just because of how many people go down there. Seriously. Continue working on my model train set. I know that's just something that I don't know. People think it's cool. Some people don't. They just don't understand. It's just I get it is like the classic old man divorced. I should say divorced man hobby in their 50s. They're slowly losing everything in their sanity, and that's what they do and spend their money on. I get it. Not really, but
they just resort back to their childhood of playing with Chuggington and Thomas.
Yeah, well, I mean, I never really watched Chuggington. You did. I watched a lot. I remember watching Thomas before it was fully animated, like when they actually had like their little sets, which I thought that was crazy. I remember it was just flipping through channels, and I saw, let's see what this is. This is a while ago, and it was animated. I'm like, whoa, when did they do this? And I didn't know it was animated yet. I just didn't. I didn't watch that in forever. We used to have a big tote of all like the old school Thomas stuff, all like the track, and now I just have O scale Lionel stuff. So I've just been working on that a lot. I'm working on an inner loop that I'm going to have climb my wall and then hang from the ceiling. So it'd go from the train room through my living room and then into the kitchen, it'll loop back into a switch. So it'll reverse itself without having to add the same distance of track all the way back for a loop. Save me money. Mainly money. Otherwise, I would do that, but it'll save me money. So, because model trains is a very, very expensive hobby, which is something I understand why people are like, whoa, you do that? Yeah. I think at least on the table, not including the latest engine I got, because that was did I tell you how much that new engine got cost? That was $2,100.
Fuck that.
Yeah. I've always wanted one though. That was the only reason why I got it. I've been wanting Lionel Legacy engine since I was like actually a decade. I still remember. It was whenever I'm gonna start spewing autistic shit, I know. It was whenever there's a guy on YouTube I've been watching for a very long time, probably 12, 13 years. There's a guy called Eric's Trains. He does reviews on new stuff all the time, everything like model train related. And it was when I believe it was the first time they even came out with, actually it's Vision Line, not Legacy. Vision Line, which is like their premium, top of the line. Sorry, I'm doing like the Trump hands. Top of the line. The best of the best. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, I had to. There's Shane Gillis. And there you do the shuffle. And it was the first time they did their line of the big boy, actually. And they introduced Lionel Vision Line. I've wanted one since then. That was about 10 years ago, I think, actually. As old as our friendship.
That's crazy.
I've been wanting one since then, but because of how expensive they are, but also not having the space to do something permanent, because I wouldn't want to get something that expensive and not have something permanent done, which is why I have a whole room in my house dedicated for it. And so there was that. So that's $2,100 what I have, and then the table itself, and I'm trying to think of everything I had to buy. Everything I had to buy, all the wood for the table, extra track, the wiring, the connectors. I probably spent, I'm going to say, an easy $3,500 on this table.
Damn.
But this is over a year and a half of progress. I had a lot from just playing with that stuff before, like from literally some of my earliest pictures and even my earliest memories. Like I have a train on there that I got when I was like 4 or 5. I remember getting it and playing it. I have a picture. It still works. Doesn't work very well because that's math. It's like 17 years old. Still, this is one of my first things. I still have it. It works barely, but I've been like that's quite literally my thing. I've been doing. Like, I would say my whole life. I don't think it's gonna stop anytime soon. I'm gonna have that be something crazy by the time I'm done with it. So
I'll add on one more thing to what goals you should have for this year. But I will just say I actually do remember the train stuff, and that is Kevin's passion. So I'm not gonna make fun of it. Carl's passion. Sorry, it is Kevin Carl. It's the same thing.
It's the same thing. I'll see that whenever. I don't care.
Yeah, but
you ask me about trains. Oh boy, it's like asking you about anything wrestling related.
Exactly. So that's why I'll put this last part on. Then we'll move into our final topic. But
of course.
I do remember my earliest memories of him was actually he had all the trains set up in his room. And he had like the little glass containers of it.
I remember that.
So,
yeah, because that was I had it on plywood on the floor, and even some of it was even off the plywood onto the carpet because I had never done more plywood.
Exactly.
I remember
yeah.
that. It was just a single loop that went around. That was all I had.
Yeah, so I remember I'd have to watch where I stepped. I remember that was the one thing you always said when I came in your room. Watch where you step.
I'll kill you.
And I was like, oh, thank you. You're looking out for me so I don't stub my toe on the plywood. And you're like, no, don't mess up the train. I was like, oh, okay.
I don't care about the plywood. I can get more plywood.
I was talking about my toe, not the plywood.
I don't care about your toe either.
I can't get another toe.
I mean, if you steal it from somebody.
I'm not stealing somebody else's toe.
There's plenty of homeless people around. They're not going to need it. No, I'm just kidding.
There's a bunch from out there. But no, another goal that we both have, I think I speak when we talked about this together, more wrestling this year. That is the big goal. Go as much wrestling as we can. We're going to try and keep track.
Yeah, we'll have to see everywhere we go.
I want to break 100. I think we could do it.
100?
We almost hit 100 last year.
Yeah, we did. Well,
because think about the Thursday shows. It's once a week.
Yeah, that's 52.
Yep. See?
So, yeah, we could do that probably.
And then add on an extra 12 for the monthly 880 shows. Add on another 12 for the IWC shows. Actually, it's more like 15 or 16 because they're going to have some bonus shows I can't reveal just yet.
Oh, so, cool.
Yeah. I think we can make it happen. If we do our own show, that counts.
Yeah, hey, I'm down for it. Anything to just get out of the house and not be stuck because I just been driving me crazy this winter.
I agree. That's why I'm glad that I've been out here doing this kind of stuff. At least it's nice having. It's crazy the amount of people that I've had in this studio too alone.
I know.
And I feel like that's a good way to end off the episode today. I'm gonna shout out our big interview that's coming out on Sunday, which has not been revealed publicly yet, so you'll be in for a treat. I told you about it behind the scenes, but they don't know yet. But before we get into that, let's talk about just some recent interviews. I mean, I appreciate the support because you always listen to the interviews when in your free time.
Yeah, I always do.
Is there maybe one or two that stand out, or you could just rattle off a couple? Like maybe some of your favorite recent ones.
Geez, well, favorite recent ones. Oh, that's so hard, honestly, because I've been liking all the ones that you've been doing so far. Recently, very recently, I'd probably say Justin Plummer. That was very, very cool seeing him open up like that. I really like Victor Benjamin's as well. I'm trying to think. I think another one would be, I'll just say both BSJ and Casey Ward's interview was very entertaining. I really liked it a lot. So I'll say that at least for recent times. I still think my two favorites is either Andrew Palace or some guy named John, because that was very, very good interviews. The way you both of you bounced off each other, both interviews.
I think and I don't want to give John too much credit because I'm going to bite my tongue on it, but I probably have the best chemistry with those two. Those are probably the two guys I have the best chemistry with. IWC, Palace, 880, John. So yep. I'll just leave it at that. Karl, it was great for having you on. There's a big interview we're coming out on Sunday this week, and it's actually someone that I know that you don't want to quite mess with because they did say that they would beat your ass. So he looked away.
Nope. I know my limits.
Yeah, you know your limits?
Oh, I do.
Well, I know my limits too, and I'm glad to say that she's on my good side. We have Liberty L, the villainess, the berserker, is going to be sitting right there in that chair, and we're going to have a conversation. It's going to be great. So Liberty L coming out this Sunday.
It's badass.
You like Liberty L?
Yeah, I think she's a good wrestler.
You're just saying that because you don't want your ass beat.
Well,
partially.
I plead the fifth.
Okay, but no, in all seriousness, Liberty L coming out this Sunday. I'm excited for it. We did the interview a couple weeks back, but I had to move some things around with some Media Hub adjustments that was going on. I wanted to make sure I got some stuff promoted in some other places, but I wanted to give Liberty the opportunity to have an interview Sunday slot, and I feel like that she was one of my favorite guests I've interviewed recently. I think it was a really good episode. Very intimidating. You will tell in the promo on Sunday. I was very intimidated. I pissed my pants a little bit. I would be lying to you. I actually pissed a little bit in my pants because I thought Liberty L was about to put me through this table. I've had a lot of wrestlers. No, you got to hear me out. I've had a lot of wrestlers beat my ass in this room. Not even just in this room, in general. John's done it. Palace has done it. Gannon has done it. MV has done it. Lawless nearly gave me a paper cut in my eye when he threw his little card at me. Every Jamie pushed me into the damn wall.
Well, you deserve that.
No, I don't. So I'm kind of glad that for once I just got to kind of take the step back and be like, that's it. You're not hurting me in the promo either, by the way. You're doing the promo my way, whether you like it or not. You hear me, Karl?
We'll see about that.
Okay. We'll see about that. Karl, it's great to have you on the podcast, my friend.
Always.
Thank you for making this happen. It's the first time that you've been on 2 Jagoffs in a while. I know you'll probably be on a lot over the summer too, because we're gonna need the extra content before the NFL season starts.
Yeah,
That's when me, you, and Mr. Jack Dean and Lucas did a bunch of episodes last year. Was July and August.
Nothing else to do. I don't mean to be like that, but no, I mean I know that's like your big thing.
Yeah.
That in interviews, but
Exactly.
you need to fill up for football. So.
We need to fill up for football, but no, you'll be back on sooner than later. Everybody go check out the new Karl account. You also have your socials, which will be linking and collabing with everything because we're going to post a lot of reels. So definitely go check out all those pages. I might regret this decision, but Karl, I'm going to give you the final words of the episode. Anything that you want to leave with the listeners of 2 Jagoffs. The Jagoff Mafia, which has grown exponentially since the last time you were on. We've had a massive increase.
Dude, I know.
The amount of fans that I'm shocked we actually have, because we've tried content creation in the past and it did not work out. So the fact that we actually have real people through those lenses looking at us right now is insane to me, which I appreciate you all. But go ahead, say what you must. Please don't get me canceled.
No, not this time. No, anyway, no. Always check out 2 Jagoffs everywhere. Try to support your local indie wrestling. Everyone that I have been to around this area, Pittsburgh area, is fantastic. Just give them a check out. Even 880, they do free shows every Thursday. 829 Industry Street in Allentown. I'm still learning a new address. And always try to lead by example the best that you can. Austin's a coat rack. Don't let him tell you anything different. You still look like JFK no matter how much you change your wardrobe or no matter what new haircut you may come out with. You can't escape fate. So, you're welcome.
Thank you, Karl. And thank you all so much for tuning in to yet another episode of 2 Jagoffs. I am, of course, Pittsburgh's favorite Jagoff, Austin Cairns. That right there is Karl by example. And I will see you all on Sunday with Liberty L. Peace.
Peace.